Alright guys and girls, a little something here on the FJ40, a bit of an update. I'm not sure where we'll throw this in, but that's a factory steel wheel with the hubcap clips, or with the center cap clips. And size is on these 235, 75, 15. And these are retreaded, as you can see, but I'm pretty much new. Now you can see it, but pretty much new. So, but they're 10 years old and they're too small. So a bit of backstory here. Tony has a customer who had 33 by 12 and a half inch, 33 inch by 12 and a half inch wide tires. And two were usable. One has a bit of sidewall damage, so we'll put a tube in there. So I know they're a bit big for these 5.5 inch wheels, but we're gonna throw them on there. I have thoughts of maybe stretching it at this point. I know you can bore out the center on a old GM 6-bolt wheel that are 8.5 inch wide. I'm at my dad's here, his truck. He's got the 5-bolt, but you can see right away the center is off, like they talked about. I think it changes for the 6 lug because it can spread out. Yeah, so sometimes we have to machine this lip off if I want to run the Chevy ones, and I don't know what the back spacing is like on these, but it looks like it might be like mine if the drums are the same, but that's really not telling much. Either way, I want this profile to work on the truck. We're going to just try it for now. Let's bring this back into the shop for a sec here. Yeah, so let's get this back to the shop. But basically that customer wanted 10.5 inch wide tires on his Durango, and I get some tires to play with here. So yeah, let's get this in the shop. So you can see the tire there. This is the one that's not the best. It's got a bit of sidewall cracking, so we'll throw a tube in it for the spare tire. And that's for emergencies anyways, so it doesn't have to be a ton of roadworthy for me. But you can see the height difference here. This is like a 28.5 or 29 if you look at the inches. But yeah, so there's that. And the way I've set this up here, actually, but that's about a 4-inch lift right there, where the truck's jacked up and the tire's sitting, I think. Plus we got the extended shackles for the front and back that I've made. They won't poke out quite this much, so we're gonna have quite a bit of bulge to fit them on these wheels. But we're gonna try it. It's not actually going anywhere right now. I'll stretch the wheels if I have to. I'm getting the pair of tires plus the one damaged one for $200. As you can see, the tread is quite good. There's a bit of cracking in here though, is the only thing. So I have good tester tires. I can run them, I think, for now, and I'm gonna order 2 new ones to have a matching set. Goodyears just tend to crack. These are Goodyear Wranglers. I think Duratrax. Yeah, I think 4-inch lift. I would do a spring over the axle, but the spring packs are actually quite cracked in half on a lot of the Leafs already. But yeah, looks pretty good. I like the height on it. Let's take a look here at the height with me by it. So if I'm by the truck here, you can kind of see I got a ways up to get in this truck this way. Yeah, and in those pictures, we may as well look at them now. I have the tire in there. It'll be stuffed, kind of looking. You know, when I threw that tire under there, it was quite stuffed, but it should clear everything, I think. And then we have it kind of where it's here and it's hitting the brake drum. It should actually sit in, like this part should sit in more here, right? But it won't with the drum. But those photos will be there. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm going to swap them over tomorrow. Basically, Tony put the tires on, white letters out, like I have it here. The guy said he had the white letters out. He didn't want them out, so as part of me getting the 2 good tires for 200 bucks, which I think that's a steal, I have to swap them around. So that'll be my tomorrow's project. We're here in the evening now. So I'll be rolling them back here when it's done. I'm not going to bother filming. I just want to get that done. Don't want to waste Tony's shop time. But I'll do the mount and balance on those. And maybe not balance right now because I can bring them back and balance if they're going to work on here. So it'll look good. We'll throw the 2 on this side and see if there's clearance issues, and then the spare will just stay as spare at this point. And it's actually, yeah, you can see. So outside the shop here, phone ran out of battery. We'll come back to what I was talking about there, but I need to buy some expensive things for the Land Cruiser, for the FJ40. Problem is, this was listed, it's June now. I think we listed it in March or April for sale, the Snake Charmer, and the economy is such that people aren't buying fun cars right now. I'm seeing stuff sit on Facebook Marketplace for like months, year, stuff that normally would sell. We had this for 12 grand, so I need to sell this to buy a couple parts for the Land Cruiser. Tony said he would buy a quad probably for the farm with his half, and then him and his boy can also use it. But I need to really get this thing going this winter. If I could get the 6 grand, I need like 6,000 Canadian. I could buy the accessories here, maybe a radiator, the NV4500, and the advanced adapters. That's gonna be a bit of money. And I'm contemplating right now, I gotta see what it entails, but doing a spring over the axle as a lift with factory springs. Maybe the fronts are good. Bushings are all shot, obviously, but the backs it hangs low on this side and kind of like this. It's because that spring pack is mostly cracked through most of these. And then the other side in the back is fully welded across on this main leaf. So I'm going to talk to some friends. So I have a contact here in, I don't know, I think he's 2 hours away from me. He came and he bought my other set of wheels. I don't know, where are they? Like, I have these ones. He bought the other set that came on like FJ60s and stuff. But yeah, he bought those, and he bought up some guy's Toyota collection. He said I should come down, we can chat Toyotas and buy stuff. He said, though I'm on work share right now, so we're not buying a lot of stuff. Just means we're slow at work right now. But maybe he can have factory springs or used lift springs. If they use lift spring, I don't care if they're used as long as they're good. So I gotta look and see what it entails, how much lift I get out of that. That looks like a 4-inch lift possibly. Might be also the cheaper option at this point. Lifted spring over for now. Yeah, but I got something else to talk about here. So my daughter is going into grade 7 next year. Had me realizing we were at a grad parade for the grade 12 grads. I should have this done in 5 years, so that in 6 years we can work the bugs out of it and let her use it for the grad parade. So that's kind of my goal. For if you watch like restoration shows and you see cars built like in short order, it's either they've condensed a couple years build down, or the guy's got a lot of money. I'm not that guy. I build on a budget, and that's why we've made a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of money to do that stuff. So for me, like the Celica you see here, I did a couple other projects. We did some time in a race car. I redid that Miata, but it was in the running of being built kind of for 9 years. Like last year we got it going. So that's how I build these things. They're slow go. But yeah, I would like to have this done for my oldest daughter's graduation, to put it in the grad parade. I think that's the goal I'm going to set for this thing. And if I can get the suspension, like the leaf springs, shocks I won't worry about yet, but leaf springs and transmission type stuff, for me metalworking is not that bad. Like I can do this tub I'm not that much money in, because I built it from scratch, right? So there's very little. You steel and then the cutting costs at the shops. I got the seats already, actually. That'll come. So the expensive stuff I need right now is rebuilding diffs, Dodge Ram transmission, advanced adapter to go to the Toyota transfer case, and the accessories. I think those are like the big purchases right now that I'm worried about. And in that year range goal, top and doors is not a concern for me at this point. Yeah. So tomorrow I will be swapping tires if all goes well, and we'll come back and see that things fit or don't fit. So, all right. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye. All right, we're at Tony's place here, working at his shop. But there, 3 of the 5 that I need, and they don't actually bulge as much as I thought they would. They look pretty cool. So let's see if they rub when we get home. But that truck is the one I got to flip the tires on, the Durango back there, the green one. All right, I need to get 2 more tires yet, but we got enough to run on the truck if they're not too wide. But that's why we're doing a test with really affordable tires. And thanks to Tony. All right, let's see how these guys fit here. See if we have to jack this thing up or not. See if it touches the body. It's a couple see ifs. But man, I found that it took a lot out of me doing tires. So you guys who work in the tire shop, good job. Ah, nothing is touching. Cool. That's exciting. One of these studs is broken and we're not driving anywhere. There's a grinder chunk missing or chunked out for some reason. Ah, there's everything on the body flange, the seam right in here. It's tight. Obviously we're going to lift it 4 inches, but I like that it's sitting flush with the body. Let's take a look. Super flush. You can see it's really close to the body. And right now we're on a jack stand. So I think we're going to try and get a wheel dolly under there, just so it's there, which means the whole thing is going to be sitting like this, but that's what I'm thinking. Of course the front has clearance because there's no fenders. But there also doesn't have the shackle left. I was thinking about it. Factory shackles up front, and then I have like a 2-inch long, or maybe 4-inch long shackle in the back, whatever it was. You know what, I don't remember what I built there. But I'll show you. See if you're in the camera range there. But I built these guys. They got to be rounded off yet. And we'll zoom in here. Just for a factory comparison. You can see the difference there. It's like almost double the length. I'm trying to think here. These are 33-inch tall tires. So if we are at 29-inch, I know we were about this much here. So essentially, I got an 1.5 inch difference on from here down. That'll lift me up, which is pretty cool. Maybe 2 inches. I don't know. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Yeah, so roughly 2 inches, unless there's a tire up here because it's kind of, I don't know, a narrow wheel for the wide tire. It may handle like garbage, but looks cool. So yeah, that's exciting. Let's take a couple looks at it. Gotta clean up some tools. All right, you got a picture of 4-inch lift on this set, guys. Let's grab a tape measure. I think I left it here. So this one even has a brake. There's a couple things to remember. You won't be able to see it because I got a couple things in the way. But first of all, it might be sitting level for this reason. That leaf pack's almost fully broken in half, so it sags. But then when these are taller, that means the axle does this, I guess. So it won't be 100% accurate. I have a guy I've got to know. He bought up somebody's Land Cruiser part stash, and he's got a bunch of them. I'm contemplating a spring over, and there's a couple, like the axle under the springs. There's a couple mods that go with. You don't just swap that. I gotta do more research. You get your factory ride, you get a flatter leaf, you get more articulation. Not that I'm rock crawling, but I'm tempted to do that route. We'll see what it entails. So yeah, he said he had lots of factory leaves. So I got the shackle lifts, the factory leaves, and then we do a spring over. But I think I got to have the main leaf in each pack that has the eyelets. I think I got to have the curve reversed. Otherwise, it's 5 to 6 inch lift. And a 5 to 6 inch lift is probably more than I'm after. I mean, it might look cool, but it's probably a little more than I'm after. I'm thinking 4, with the extended shackles that I have. I don't know what our ride quality will be like, but let's take some measurements here. Right now, you can see we have like 2.5, 2 3/4 inch clearance here. So if we go 4-inch lift, let's go 2.5 plus 4 is 5, 6.5. So essentially, our body will be here with a 4-inch lift, which I think would look cool. Let's step back and look at that. And I think we'll do one other check here. So essentially, the truck is sitting 4 inches off the ground. So the rocker panel bottom edge, or the running board, and the frame, that's actually where it's going to sit. All right, so our height then, in theory, on the rocker is correct. We have about 2 feet, 11 inches. The frame sits a little lower. We have 20-inch clearance at this point to the bottom of the frame rail. And if we're here, we do 4 inches on this yet. The height of the body will come up that much, roughly here. I want to stand back and look at that with you guys. Actually, try to slide it straight. 4. There. Yeah. Okay, I do like that. So essentially, the tire will sit that much lower once it's off the dolly. With a 4-inch lift, that is the height of our thing. Does it get out the door? That's the next thing. What's our measurements at here? I don't know. Let's just say 78. I know there's a top on there. So 79. the door. We got 82.5 inches, 82. Sorry for you guys who don't work in inches, but we just barely get out the door. So what's it like getting in here when I move all the tools? The seats are tight, so, oh man. That's fun. I like how high up I'm sitting. We won't check steering rub because the shaft is loose right now, but we will have a little less turning radius. But man, yeah, I know Tony said these are going to be a little bit big, and then he said the tires will be stretched and they'll want to wander a bit. Don't think I'm going to widen the rims for them, I'm seeing, because they'll poke out. I think we'll run them like that. Could get a ticket for poking out too much in our province here. Yeah, and I think Tony thought I was a bit big, but I think that's preference on tire size, right guys? But, and this thing is making me, I've wanted to see big tires on it for a while. We won't throw the other tire on the other side yet, because I need to find 2 more. That's a spare. If I had 1 more in that size range, I guess we could have all 4 on there, but when I walk in the shop, all I need to see is this side right now. So, yeah, thanks for checking out this probably short 10-minute episode. But I wanted to give you guys an update on the Land Cruiser, on the FJ40. It's something that I'm actually the most excited about this project, the mountain bike that's sitting behind it at this point, and we did the electronic ignition on there. It's failed already. I think probably cheap, bad parts. So I did some testing with Dana, like just over the phone. I think the coil bench tests good in the ohm range. I'm tying on the Sleeka here. So the coil looks like it's good. The electronic ignition module I think is good. I think it might be the inside the distributor, the electronics that we added there. Now I'm blanking on the name, but I think that is what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'll film that for you guys or not. I might throw it in with the tachometer install that I did on it. I found a workaround. That'll be there. So yeah, we'll throw this episode on the channel. I think we'll do this one, then you'll see the photo shoot of that car, and then we'll work on some more stuff coming up. So yeah, thanks for hanging out for this short episode. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one. See you guys. No running board to get out on. So I'm 41 now. What happens in 10 years? That might be a bit tall. Oh, I got the 10-year solution. We'll just have these running boards, you know, they'll come out. They might slide up underneath there, but we don't need that yet.